Eric, since we're talking about Mayor Henry, a few months ago he told Kevin and me that he would give himself a grade of B for his time in office. So I'm wondering, what grade would you give Mayor Henry and why, and in what single way would your administration be most different?
Well, I don't know if I'm qualified to give a grade, but what I would say is there's different leaders that are great for different times. And when you have a city that is running at 100% of its capacity, I think having a ceremonial leader is an appropriate thing because they tend to be the kind of glue that holds things together. And the last thing in the world you want to do is put a guy like me with my energy level and drive in charge of a city that's functioning at 100% because guys like me find ways to mess things up because we get bored. But unfortunately, our city is not running at 100%. And that's part of the reason I'm running is because my skill set and my background is one of being an asset maximizer. I was given some of the toughest challenges in our business and asked to turn them around or asked to increase their performance. And one of the things I think we're going to need in leadership in this city is, and where I would be different than our current mayor, is I'm a much more aggressive, proactive person. We're going to market Fort Wayne aggressively. We're going to go out and dictate the pace. We're going to try to bring and attract and retain talent. It's almost so far apart from the way that Tom operates that it's almost the contrast is so sharp that come fall, if I have the privilege of being the nominee, there'll be a very distinct choice that the people of Fort Wayne will be making. The choice between a proactive, aggressive, we're going to sell Fort Wayne, and we're going to make things happen, and we're going to solve and reduce red tape and solve those problems, versus a ceremonial mayor. And when you think about the mayor being involved in thousands of meetings, our meetings are going to be geared towards solving the problem of our wage decline and our job decline and making sure our tax base is growing. And that's something that I do not see our current mayor doing, and that's why I'm in this race.
Thank you very much. With a 1 minute comment, we now go to Liz Brown.
Well, I actually used to teach class when I was in law school, and I really wasn't that strict all the time, but I gotta be honest, I think he's failing. I think it's an F. When you think of someone, what he's supposed to be doing as mayor and moving the city forward, and you think of where we are now and where we were when he ran for office reluctantly 4 years ago, we're falling behind. It's a tough economy, he hasn't made any changes. And I always say to people, he sat on city council for 20 years. What did he do? What changes did he make? And what did he learn? Because whatever he did while he sat there for 20 years, he hasn't made one change that I've seen since I've been on the other side of the table. And I have seen more, learned more, and am ready to do more in 3.5 years than he has in 20 years as city council and almost 4 years as a mayor. So, unfortunately, I know I have a reputation to be kind of tough, and maybe I could give him extra credit if he really were that good at cutting ribbons, but I gotta say right now, I think he's failing.
With a 1 minute comment, we move on now to Paula Hughes.
Well, I agree with Liz. I think Mayor Henry is failing. I'll tell you, I look at that 28 years that we've had of Henry on city council and now as mayor, and one measure we can use is the average wage rate. What are we all talking about right now? The fact that in the mid-'80s, Fort Wayne had an average wage rate of over 100%. We were making per capita more than the average of most people in the United States. And it has dropped now to 78%. That's appalling. There's a measure. That's quantitative. We can dictate that. And we may have a mayor that's ceremonial, that he's all about status quo, and he's a nice guy. But it's like this community's on a Sunday afternoon stroll. We're just wandering along, not really accomplishing anything. The rest of the country has figured out that it is Monday morning. It is time for us to get to work. And we need a mayor who's going to help us get to work. I think that's me. Thank you.
Thank you. For 1 minute comment, for Osheskie.
Yes, I think that the current mayor receives a double F. I just mention that. What he has done in his term of office is just ridiculous. The money that he has wasted that could have been used for so many different projects. It is nothing but transparent. He doesn't tell council what he's doing. He doesn't let anybody else know what is going on. It is just wasting our time and our money if we vote for Mayor Henry to be reelected. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. With a 1 minute comment, Terrence Walker.
Well, I'm tied. I'll say D-. I see him walk around, and he doesn't seem to have any energy to get anything accomplished. You don't hear any in the papers about him. I don't get the papers, but I do get the news. And there isn't anything going on with him. So we need somebody with up. And Fort Wayne needs a gimmick. We never had a gimmick. Let's start having a gimmick and find out again what Fort Wayne really is. Thank you.